Welcome back to MX-5 Info. In this video I will be upgrading this 1991 80,000 kilometer first owner NA Miata to give it central locking and keyless entry. There are many universal kits available at very reasonable prices. I was looking for a kit that came with at least 3 actuators, a remote with a separate button for the trunk release, and materials to install the actuators. I found this kit for €35 or $40 and decided to buy it. This is the complete operation manual, but while looking at the wiring diagram, I discovered a potential issue with the trunk release. Although the installation is not very complicated, it is time-consuming, and the most time-consuming part is to get the wires into the doors to the actuators. So I removed the speaker to get better access from the inside. I pushed out the rubber grommet and also pushed it out from the inside of the body of the car. And before I could do that, I had to move the fuse box out of the way to get access to pushing out this part. And as you can see, this part has a number of rubber flaps that surround the wires. And these were taped up, which will not allow you to push wires through however hard you try. So on the other side I had to do something similar. Again, I removed the speaker from the door to get better access and push out that part. But in order to push out this part from the inside, I also had to remove the blower unit and the ventilation channel over there. So when we look at the actual wiring or the system, you have a number of actuators like this one. This is the master actuator, and I can tell because it has 5 wires. And the other actuators only have 2 wires. All the wires come from this control unit. This red wire, small wire, is the antenna for the keyless and wireless part. Then we have a power red and a black ground and 2 pink wires, and those pink wires will go to the turn signals. So when you open or close the car or the trunk, then there will also be an indication by a number of flashes of the turn signals. All of these wires can go to the connector of the flasher unit because I can get all my signals there, so I prefer to do that at one connector. Then the remaining wire that I need is this orange wire, which is used for the trunk release, and in this case it's intended to switch a relay via a ground connection. So this wire will switch to ground, so I need to add a battery positive signal to the actuator in the trunk. And then the other actuators only have 2 wires, just a green and a blue wire, to control the actuator, and it will send a signal whether to open or close. The actuator and the wiring are now in place for this left door. The rod will go through this opening and then joins the upper rod that controls the locking mechanism of the door. As you can see, I've used 2 brackets from the 4 brackets that came with the kit. This also means that I can only do 2 doors before I run out of these metal strips. But for the trunk I found a different solution that I will show you in a minute. As you may also see, I did not follow the color coding. So we have a blue wire connecting to a green wire and the green wire connecting to the blue wire. That is because this actuator assumes that you will pull to lock the door and push to unlock. But in this case we have to pull to unlock the door. So it's the other way around. So if you want the buttons to be correct, then you have to change the wiring and connect it in this way. And the same is true for the other door. So I have the actuator installed on this side as well. The wiring is not finished because I still need to pull a few wires. So what I've done is I took some electricity wire, made a loop, an opening at the top, put the wires through, and then I can start pulling to get it through the rubber boot there, and then I can lead it into the door, make sure it follows the bottom of the door, and then comes up to join these wires. And again, I will need to put the green wire to blue and the blue wire to green. Then we can do the rest of the wiring. as promised, I will show you what I've found for the trunk release, because I did not have any additional strips, metal strips for it. It's as simple as this. I just have two pieces that I found in a DIY store, a hardware store, and these openings will be used to connect it behind the nuts that keep the trunk lock in place, and then it will fit perfectly. I then need to add the rod to control the action. In the trunk we have the blue wire as a ground connection, and the green wire is controlled by a relay. And that's the way the trunk is released. The orange wire from the control module is intended to be used in combination with a relay to open the trunk. So the orange is the control wire, you could say. Then the red wires are battery plus, and the green wire goes to the actuator. This is inside the trunk of an NB2. Basically we have three options to open the trunk. First one is using the key, then it will pull on this rod. Second one is when you pull the wire by using the release inside the center console. And the third option is that we activate this solenoid or actuator via the button on the key fob. What's interesting to know is that this part is compatible with the NA and the NB1. So you could use this instead of an actuator that comes with a kit. So you could buy a kit with only two actuators for the doors and then complete it with this part in combination with a relay. The wiring diagram for this car shows the pinout for the turn and hazard warning flasher unit. The black and red wire is a battery plus signal that we need for the red wire of the control module. The black wire is a ground wire, also on the control module. The pink wires go to the green and black wire for the left side, and the green and white wire for the lights on the right. When locking the car, the turn signals will flash once. When unlocking the car, they will flash twice. And we need to press and hold the trunk release button for at least 1.5 seconds, and then it should flash 3 times for the turn signals and release the trunk. So I think we're in good shape. For me, it's now time to put this car back together again. And again, we made a friend happy with a nice upgrade. Please give a thumbs up if you liked the video and consider subscribing to the channel if you have not done that already. Your questions and remarks are welcome in the comment section below. Thanks for watching MX-5 Info, and until next time.